Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. Lots have been on the hook, mostly crochet today and some diamond painting. Not any knitting because I haven't knit anything this week. I just haven't done it. Now what I did was I ordered a kit from Lion Brand and a beautiful little summer top and the yarn to go with it. It's a merino and cotton, I believe, yarn, and I want to get started on that as soon as it gets here, but it's not here yet. So as soon as it is, I'll show it to you, and I'll get busy on it to show you my progress as I go through and hopefully can make this top. Now today I welcome all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. A lot of people have done that this week. And also welcome all of my members as well, the merino members and the alpaca members. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it. You know that I don't run ads during my videos, so beginning and end I do, but in the very middle I don't, because I don't want to be interrupted. And so that way I would ask for your support. If you can support me at all, just go to my Etsy shop and you can find all kinds of items that you can buy and merch with beautiful wildflowers and granny squares on them. And also you can find all my patterns. I have 139 patterns, I believe, now, and 100 of them are garments. They're like this, and that takes me to my very first feature today. I want to feature a pattern called Stripes and Stripes, and this is one of my very first patterns that I ever designed. I really love this, and a lot of you probably already have it, but I wanted to show it to those of you who haven't. And this is a really cute short sleeve top, totally for summer, nice wide neck on it. And I actually made this with merino yarn. It was the Plymouth Cascade Merino, Superwash Merino, in a DK weight, and pretty fast crochet. It's with an eye hook. And let me stand up and I'll show this to you. Well, I'm getting right into what I'm wearing today. I usually don't do this right now, but I thought I would go ahead and show y'all what I have on. I have on my Stripes and Stripes top that I designed back, I think it was 2020 or something, 5 years ago. And a lot of you have bought this, but some of you haven't seen it yet, so I wanted to show it to you. I have designed it with stripes. Now, your stripes don't have to be this contrasting. This is a very big contrast. You could make it out of two tan colors, a white and a tan, or something like that, or you can make it without stripes at all. You don't have to make it with stripes. So I used an eye hook to make this. It went very quickly. Now, one thing about this sweater, a couple things actually, you crochet the sleeves right into the sweater fronts and backs, so you don't have to inset any sleeves, sew on any sleeves or anything like that. They are made right into the pattern, so it depends on how far you chain out as to how long your sleeves are. And I made these just above the elbow, which is a comfortable length for me. Now, I also did this with some shaping, and it's optional, totally optional. You don't have to shape your sweater, but I shaped it right in here just to bring it in just a little bit to show you how to do that. You can do that on any one of my sweaters. It doesn't matter which one, but I wanted to show you how to do it on this one. So if you don't have that information, you might purchase this pattern just for the shaping, or if you want to try it with some stripes or without, you can do that as well. I love the neckline. I did a squared off at the bottom and very far out on the sides. You can still wear undergarments under it. It's not that far, but it does take you out with some decreasing up here. So you follow my easy instructions on how to decrease. Piece of cake, not hard at all. And then I didn't put any ribbing or anything on this. I just put a simple edging along the neck and along the bottom of the sleeve. And I believe I started out with the edging color, the dark color. And I did that already on the bottom, so you don't have to even put an edging around the bottom. And you do have side seams in this. And I was very careful, as you can see, to line up my stripes on the side. So you have to do that if you're going to use stripes. You should always be careful about lining them up on the sides, and maybe even using some stitch markers to attach your sweater to itself, you know, on the stripes so that you don't mess up. I'm wearing this with some gray dress pants and some little black Mary Jane shoes. I'm going out this afternoon as soon as I finish my video and get everything uploaded and ready to go, and I'll be running some errands. So this is perfect for today's weather. It's about 65 outside. Beautiful weather. It's not too cold, and this is a perfect merino yarn to use. It's Cascade Plymouth. You don't have to use that yarn at all. Any DK will work, or you could even use a worsted on this sweater. Well, let me turn around and show you the back. This is what the back looks like. And if you'll notice, the neckline is a little bit low here. It's definitely a summer, fall, spring kind of sweater. It is not for wintertime unless you want to wear like a gray turtleneck or something underneath it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this today, and maybe you'll give it a try. Today is National Pet Day. I don't know if you knew that or not, but on Pet Day, we honor our pets and treat them really, really well, which we usually do anyway. I'm actually pet-free right now. I had a cat and I had a dog, Missy and Kiwi, and I have decided not to have pets right now because I'm gone a lot and I don't want to leave them alone. And I have other pets. My son has a pet, and I'm able to love on other pets. So right now I'm pet free, but I would like to say this is National Pet Day, and in honor of that, I'm putting a picture of some dogs up here. I know cats are part of your pets, so I couldn't find a picture quickly of cats, so I just took this one, and this is the one that was on the website called National Day, and you can go there and see what day it is. Like this day is like April 11 today is National Pet Day. It's also National Cheese Fondue Day, and there's a whole lot of days that it is, but I thought this was the most important. Now let's take a look at my diamond painting. Actually, I finished this diamond painting. This is Evening Stars by Carla Gerard. It's all finished and ready to be sealed and taken to the framers, and I've got that down in my craft room. So I took a picture of it, and you can see what it looks like now that I've finished it, and I'll also show it to you after I get it framed. But right now, I'm working on the third Carla Gerard diamond painting, and this one is called Lake Cottages. This one's called Lake Cottages. So let me show that to you right now. Here's a look at my newest diamond painting. This is from Crafties, and they are sponsoring me, as I say every single week. Crafties, high quality, beautiful diamond paintings, and they have offered to sponsor me for 3 Carla Gerard paintings. These are absolutely gorgeous, and I have 2 done, and I've already put the picture up so you could see that. There's one called Blooming Villages and Blooming Village. This is Lake Cottages. This is Lake Cottages by Carla Gerard. I put the name up there so I can remember what it is when I do my videos every week. This is Lake Cottages, and a couple of little cottages here, and they're by the lake, of course. And look at these gorgeous flowers. She's really concentrating on the flowers here. Beautiful, beautiful colors, the orange and pink. And this is how far I've gotten right here. I finished that last night. Now, this already still has the plastic cover on it. I just folded it up and I cut it right across the top. And now I'm using release paper to cover up what I haven't done, what I haven't diamond painted yet. And I took those off so you could see the design of the painting. But normally I would have a white sheet of the release paper stick onto the painting so that dust and dirt don't get down onto your adhesive right here. This is adhesive. So I've also added some washi tape along the bottom because there was a little bit of adhesive down there and I was getting stuck on it. The edge of my sweater, when it was cooler, I was working on this and it was getting stuck. So sometimes I'll press washi tape onto the bottom or even along the side, but I don't want to cover up my color numbers over here. So I just kind of don't worry about that. But along the bottom, I usually put some washi tape if there's adhesive down there so I don't get stuck on it. So this is what it looks like now. So beautiful. I've finished right here, and I have this much left to go for the next few weeks. And then I will start on the treetops, and they won't be too hard to do. They're probably some multicolored placing along there, some in the background. But there is a lot of color differences here. You know, they're not all the same blue. So you have to really concentrate on what you're doing. See, the symbols here are 0, H, and 6 all mixed in. As you can see, the colors right there. So you can't just put all blue in there. You have to go by the color chart, which is very beautiful when you get finished. Everything looks so beautiful and lovely. So I wanted to show this to you. This is my progress so far on the Lake Cottages by Carla Gerard. I hope you enjoyed that. That is my a Craft Ease project for this year. There are 3 paintings that I'm doing for them, and they were kind enough to collaborate with me, and I want to show all of these beautiful paintings and the progress I make on each one as I work through it, so that you can see what it's like to use a Craft Ease diamond painting. They're wonderful. They come with a kit with everything you need to diamond paint that particular diamond painting, all of the supplies that you'll need, and also a beautiful, beautiful canvas. It's really super nice, and the adhesive is absolutely perfect. You can move your diamond drills around. It makes it so much easier to diamond paint and get the drills exactly where you want them. Sometimes you have to push them a little bit after you place them on to the canvas, and some adhesives do not allow that. They are so hard to work with, but Craft Ease uses this special adhesive that is so much easier to use. So I just wanted to say that about Craft Ease. Really love them. They support their artists, so I appreciate that as well. I want to show you the progress that I've made on my new Wisteria Cottage Cardi. This is the original that I made. It's in the green yarn that I'm giving away this afternoon for our giveaway. One of our gifts is 2 skeins of this yarn. If you can see that color, it's called Spruce. It's very beautiful, and I made a coat basically out of that for my Wisteria Cottage Cardi. Now I'm making a short version like I told you a few weeks ago I was doing, and this short version is turning out very nicely. It is a little bit of a fail, and I will tell you why, because I thought I was going to make it smaller and shorter, but I really couldn't do that with the size squares that I was using. Now, it's hard to explain this, but this is the size that I made that I extended. I had to add these right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had to add these 5 to make it wide enough to go around my big body. It wasn't quite big enough because these squares are much smaller than the squares I used on the original. So I'm also making this out of a DK, so made the squares even a little bit smaller in width, and so therefore I had to add a few on here to make it wide enough. Now I'm going to have to add another row back here because it's not quite wide enough to go around me. Now it goes around Crystal, but I'm bigger than Crystal right now, and I want to make it big enough for me to wear. This is the original size I made. See, the arms are a little bit small. I need about a 14-inch around my arm, and this is only 10, so I need to add another square row to this, and actually you have to add one on the front and the back for it to fit right. So I'm going to have to make a few more squares and get this squared away, as they say, squared away, and that should make it very nice. But look how beautiful it turned out. I love this. Let me get her up here a little bit closer, and this is called the cream colorway in Premier Anti-Pilling DK yarn, and I'll put a link to it down in the bottom and in the description box. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I am an affiliate at Amazon. So if you buy anything at Amazon through my link down there, I get about 2 cents. I get a little bit of money, but they know that y'all came through me, and it might help me in the future. I don't know. But anyway, this is what it looks like right now. And I will be putting an edging around the top, around the top, around the front, and maybe even around the bottom. I probably will. I don't really have to around the bottom. It turned out really pretty along the edge. See, I don't really need anything there, but I'll probably put 1 row of maybe half double crochet along the bottom just to kind of bring it together between the squares there. I think I'll probably do that. And I connected these with a slip stitch connector. I explained it last week, and you can look at my video, or I'll just tell you. You slip stitch, chain 1, skip 1, slip stitch, chain 1, skip 1, as you are connecting the squares, like right along here. And actually, you know, I've got this inside out. I wanted to put the connecting row on the outside. See this right here? I don't know if you can see that. There's a line that this is the slip stitch connecting edge right across here. And I kind of like that for the right side. I'm not really sure. I haven't made up my mind yet. But Crystal's wearing it inside out, actually. And it may be a little bit smoother look. It is a smoother look because I like this. I like this right here so that you can see where the squares are. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm still thinking about it. And she was nice enough to model this for me. I couldn't model it. It's just unreal to put this thing on. I have to add some more squares to it to make it look right. So I'll be doing that, and I think I'm going to add a cuff at the bottom of the sleeve because the sleeve ends right about here. Well, right about there, and I'm going to put a cuff on it and bring it together so that it won't be flopping around. I don't really care for that in my designs, so you'll rarely see a 3/4 big gaping sleeve on my designs. I don't really like that. I don't think it looks good in crochet. To me, that's just, I mean, I might do it someday, I don't know, but for right now, I'm really not thrilled with that kind of look. And I'm going to add a ribbed cuff on the end of the sleeves, and at the bottom, I'll probably just do one little finishing row. So I don't want to take away from the beautiful squares that this turned out to be. So this is my Wisteria Cottage Cardi in a shorter version. This is the yarn that I'm using for my Wisteria Cottage Cardi, my new version in the cream color. It's Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK, and there are 273 yards on each ball and each skein, and I bought 8 skeins, and I'm down to the last skein. So it worked out pretty well, but if I have to make too many more squares, then I will have to order another skein of yarn so I can do my ribbed cuffs and all that. I'll have to see how far I get. I might be able to finish up with 8 skeins. So 8 skeins of that. It's not very expensive. It's just very reasonable. And sometimes you can get it on sale or buy it in batches of 3. It comes in batches of 3. And sometimes you'll get a better price that way. So I'll put a link down in the description to where you can find it by the batch if you want to from Amazon. They sell it that way. And that's how I bought mine. I bought mine through Amazon. Now I'm trying to work through some of my stash, and we all should be trying to do that a little bit. I do think it's great to buy yarn, but sometimes you just think, you know what, I need to use some of the yarn that I already have for some of my designs, and so that's what I'm doing for the fall lookbook, and that's coming up at the end of August, 1st of September. There'll be some sweater designs, and there's scarves designs and things in there, and it'll be a book like this one. This one was for the last 2 falls ago. This is still out there. You can still buy it. There's some really nice patterns in here, including this one. This is the here it is. This is the front and center poncho, and actually it's a ruana. A ruana has sleeves in it, so this has sleeves in it and a ribbed cuff on the sleeves. Very, very nice, so comfortable. I wear it all the time in the wintertime. I have 2 or 3 of these now, and I wear them all the time just over a turtleneck. They're great. It's just like putting on a sweater, but they don't bind you. You don't have to button them up. They just go over your head, and you stick your arms in and you're done. And they stay on you very well because they have these sleeves in them. So that's one of the patterns in here. Plus I have a hat that matches it that you can match with the stripes on here, and I tell you all how to make it and what I use. And I actually use Superwash Merino from Lion Brand, and I'm not sponsored, but this is the same merino yarn that I used to make a couple of knitted tops that I showed you in the last few videos. I've shown you some knitted tops that I made, and I'm using the same yarn as I did for this. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, soft yarn, and I really like it. Lion Brand Superwash Merino. So that's the fall crochet pattern collection from 2 years ago. I didn't do one last year because I wasn't well enough to do it, but this year I'm planning to get it out by the end of the summer, and you can start on your fall fashions for crochet. Now, I have started designing for my fall lookbook. I have the ELAINE sweater that I showed you last week, and then this week I've started another one, and this is the DK Merino Superwash wool. This is what I'm making it from. It's Plymouth yarn, and it is a super squishy, lovely yarn, and I really like merino yarn. I don't know why, I just do. It's so swishy and nice, and it doesn't get out of shape when you make something from it, just like that front and center poncho I just showed you. And so I'm designing a new top. This is a short sleeve top. The sleeves will be about this length on it, and it's totally different from this, but this is what it looks like so far, and this is the color, and the colorway is called Copper Heather, and this is the Plymouth yarn that I just showed you. And it's not going to be hard to make. I'm starting at the top now, and we're working our way down to the bottom where there'll be a very nice rib. It won't be a regular rib. It's going to be so totally different. And I'm really excited about this. I have plenty of yarn, so I'll have I don't have to worry about playing yarn chicken. And I don't even know if they have that colorway now, but it's called Copper Heather, and it's so beautiful. Look at that. Such a beautiful fall color. And it's got great stitch definition as well. So when you stitch something in this, you can see the stitches beautiful. You can see that it's crocheted, handmade, beautiful garment. So that will be the Autumn Mist pullover. This is the Autumn Mist pullover, and that'll be pattern number 2 that I'm designing for my fall lookbook. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. Also, I'm making that with a size 7 clover hook. This is a size 7. It's a 4.5 millimeter. It is not a lettered clover hook. This is a very nice hook. I love my clover hooks. These are my favorite of all time. Even though I've tried all kinds of different hooks, these are my favorite. At the end of this program, I'm going to put a link to my crochet hook review. If you haven't seen it, it's got a lot of views, but I want to show it to you because it shows all the different kinds of hooks and how I came to love the clover hook. So anyway, take a look at that. The link is at the end of this video. Another make that I've been working on is from this book, and y'all have seen me use this so many times. This is the Vanna's Choice Color Beautiful Afghans. This is a gorgeous book. If you like to make Afghans and you want simple, easy beginning stitches, this is the one you want right here. This is Vanna's Choice Color Beautiful, and this is the pattern that I've selected for. I don't want to show the pattern. It's really not right to do that, but let me get the picture over here. This is called the Tassled Afghan, beautiful Afghan, and it's a ripple pattern. And I'm not loving ripple patterns. There's a whole category of ripple patterns in this book. And this is the one I found that was the easiest, the Tassled Afghan. And I'm about halfway through this blanket. I keep showing my progress on it. And some I'm doing 3 rows, some I'm doing 2 rows. So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So it makes it a little bit less than perfect, but it does give the Afghan some interest. I really like it. Here's a close-up of what it looks like in the rippled version. See how you're actually decreasing here, and then, you're increasing here, and then you're decreasing over here on this side of the ripple. And it's pretty easy to find. You don't have to count or anything. I've found that I don't have to count. The yarns I'm making this from are the Super Saver Jumbo Speckle. This is a beautiful yarn, and this is in Jade Speckle. That's the colorway, and this is what it looks like. So gorgeous. Really like that. And then I'm also making it from Big Twist, and this is Mint. This is Big Twist Mint. It's a value yarn. Beautiful color, and together they look really pretty. I just had to pick those out because I really like that. That's a blanket that I'm making for our blanket drive at church. Now let's talk about giveaways. Today is a 3-gift giveaway week, and I want to show you what we're giving away today. We're giving away 2 skeins of anti-pilling in the spruce color everyday worsted yarn by Premier. Beautiful, beautiful color. And this is the color I made my Wisteria Cottage Cardi from. My original Wisteria Cottage Cardi. I made this in had a couple of skeins left, so I thought that I would give these away this week. All right, another gift that I'm giving away today is a skein of Best Value in the mocha color, which is the color of the year this year, 342 yards of worsted yarn. Very nice yarn. I've used Best Value for a lot of my designs. Also, another half of a yarn will go with that, and then it's a frog and finish. So this is the city skirt that I've done some, about, a fourth of it. And if you want to continue on with this, you can do that, or you can rip it out and make something of your own. It already has the waistband elastic in the waistband there, so you can use that, take it out and use it on your own, and make it tighter or looser, however you want to do it. And I have the tag for the elastic as well to you for reference, for you know what it is. So that is a frog and finish, and that will go to someone who writes the word skirt in their comment from last week. All right, and the third gift is the book called 12 Months of Crochet with Red Agape. Also, the author is Mandy O'Sullivan, and she's written a beautiful book here with all kinds of beautiful patterns in it, and one for each day, each month of the year. And then she talks about other things too, like selecting color for an Afghan or whatever. So This is the book that wasn't claimed, and I want to give it away to someone who'd like to have it. So again, this is the Mandy O'Sullivan book, 12 Months of Crochet, and the keyword there is Mandy. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts this week. Here we are at the computer to pick our winners for the 3 gifts today. First of all, we are going to pick the winner for the 2 skeins of yarn, and that is for the Premier yarn in the spruce colorway. And let's see if we can get some comments for that. Okay, 128 comments. That's a lot of people. Let's see who wins the 2 skeins of spruce Premier yarn in worsted size, and that would be Teresa Burke Dukes. Teresa Burke Dukes, you are the winner of the 2 skeins of Premier yarn from On the Hook Crochet. So let's go up here, and we're going to change the word to skirt, and that is the Frogger Finish skirt with the Mary Maxim value yarn, best value, love best value yarn, one of my favorites. So here we go. Let's pick the winner for the Frogger Finish skirt, the city skirt that I started, and that would be Rhonda Hoskins. Rhonda Hoskins, you're the winner of the best value yarn and the Frogger Finish skirt. So here we go. Let's pick our last winner and go up here and change this word to Mandy. And this is for the hardback book that I had out last time, and we didn't have a winner, so let's select the Mandy comment, and how a lot of y'all wanted that one. I don't blame you. It's a beautiful hardback book, 12 Months of Crochet, and the winner is Nada Tall. Nada Tall, you are the winner. Congratulations to our winners. Please send me an email at Jeannie@onthehookcrochet and .com. Don't forget to put the .com on there, and write the word winner in the subject line, and then enter your name and address in the body of the email, and I will get that right out to you. And thank you so much for everyone for participating in the giveaways this week. Now for next week, I have 2 books that I'm giving away and also some yarn. The yarn is a huge skein, a totally unused skein of Premier Bloom DK. And this is what I used to make my beautiful little sweater that I talked about last week. At the end of this video, I'll put a link and you can look at it. It's a beautiful knitted sweater, very simple, very, very simple. And I used this yarn and it turned out beautifully, and it looks just like this. These are the examples that it gives you right there, and it says your knitting will look like this, and they were right. It really did. It looked like that. So I was really thrilled to get that made up and on my video channel so you could see how this yarn actually works. It's been out for a while, but there's 656 yards on this. This is a Bloom Decay acrylic yarn only, and it's called a self-striping floral print, which is actually exactly what it is. So I'm giving this away to the person who writes Bloom in their comment. You will be in the running for this yarn, and also another about 1/3 of a skein of that to go with the other one. So all this will go to a winner next week, and thank you for participating. Bloom is the word for the comment, so you'll be in the running if you do that. Now, the first book I'm giving away is Celtic Cable Crochet. This is by Bonnie Barker. Beautiful, beautiful book. Has some gorgeous patterns in there and lots of beautiful photography. Great, great patterns. Now, these are mainly intermediate, but if you're an advanced beginner, you can follow directions. Sometimes you can make plenty of things like this. These are beautiful patterns. So this book will be given away next week, and use the word cable, C-A-B-L-E, cable, and you will be in the running to win this book. So the word is cable, again, right up there, C-A-B-L-E. Use that word in your comment. Also, I'm giving away for the 3rd gift, the Big Book of Crochet Stitches, and I'm not sure even who wrote this. It was kind of a compilation, I think, by several people, and this shows all kinds of stitches that you can use in your own creation. So the Big Book of Crochet Stitches is up for grabs next week. It's also full color, beautiful stitches and how to make each one and each step into how to make each one. So very, very nice. I already have about 4 of these books, different ones, so I don't need this one, and I'm giving this away next week. So if you use the word book, B-O-O-K, for this one, book for that one, if you want that one, cable for this one, this beautiful cable book, and bloom for the yarn, you will be in the running for the gifts next week. So be sure to put that comment down in the comment section and use those words for whatever you want to sign up for. If you don't want the yarn, then just sign up for the books. If you don't want the books or whichever one, it doesn't matter. If you use one word, you could be in the running for that particular gift next week. If you enjoyed today's video, please put a like, put a thumbs up down there below the video. Please like this video. It helps me so much. And if you can support me with a merino or alpaca membership, that would be awesome as well. The alpacas get a free pattern every single month. So you'll get an offer code sent to you email at the first of the month, and you can go out to my website and pick out a pattern and get that for free. So that is a great benefit for those who are in the alpaca membership. And for those in the merino, you get some little things, and also every now and then I'm going to send you something special as well. And be sure to sign up for one or the other of those if you can, if you are willing to help me that way. Also, I have an Etsy account, and you can go out there and select patterns from my Etsy account. And so 135 patterns out there, 139 patterns I think by now, and lots of easy patterns that you can use to make garments and other things, gifts for the home, other items out there. They're all out there. And also we have lots of merchandise. You can get project bags and tumblers like this. You can get tumblers like this, beautiful wildflower tumblers, a Christmas tumbler with red flowers, and also a granny square tumbler, which is, I think, is the coolest one. I really like that one. That and a lot of granny square project bags and things like that that you can get for yourself. So all that is out there on my Etsy shop as well. Now, if you haven't been to my website, you can go visit. Mr. On the Hook is working on that. He's putting all my patterns out there, and you might want to just go out there and poke around. It's a really cute website that he's designed, and I really like it. And it's onthehookcrochet.com. Very easy to find, onthehookcrochet.com, and go out there and take a look and see what you think. I hope that you'll come back and see me. I try to be inspiring with all of my ideas. I try to inspire you to do something really pretty for yourself. A crocheted item, a knitted item, a diamond painting, any of those 3 things. Those are my crafts that I'm doing right now. And I'm enjoying all 3 of those. I want to make sure that I inspire you to do something in your free time. You might enjoy a craft to help you become centered. So I hope you've had a great time today. I have enjoyed being here. I hope I've inspired you. And be sure to join me next week. And let's find out what's on the hook.